In this bed, I put some mustard greens. That's a peanut that I removed from another garden, and I have several more that I need to move out and put in this bed. And the okra right here in this bed is still doing good. I just direct sowed some parsley, cilantro right there, some arugula, some mustard green, and something else, I think. But anyway, and then this one has some Chinese amaranth that's supposed to be like this celery stuff. A potato decided it wanted to try to grow, so I guess that was left in here from the potato harvest. And I put some more bok choy in here, the taller ones, and I put the shorter bok choy in here. I've got this purple variety, and I have a milk, or white, it's called milk, and they're both short miniature varieties of bok choy in there. I planted several seeds, so I'll probably get more than I have space for right there, which is fine. So I decided I'll disperse my cabbage and celery and fennel seedlings throughout the pepper beds as the peppers die. And then, and I planted some kale in this one, pulled the tomato plants up and planted kale yesterday. Don't mind my hair, I look kind of a hot mess right now. But I am going to also be getting some more blueberries, and I wanted to show you the elderberries. The birds like to eat them before they get a chance, but they are doing good. So I put a net on them, and I have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3 more that I think will produce next year. So this one has a lot on it, and I've already gotten one harvest. So things have been pretty active here on the farm, even though fall is coming up. So between Samara's dual enrollment and homeschool and where she needs to be, she's driving me everywhere. So in March she'll actually get her license. I'm trying to make sure she gets at least 60 hours with me in the car before she has her license and can drive without me. Between that and just regular household chores, sewing, and the farm, I have to try to limit my farm chores. So I have canceled some of my gardens and making some changes, but I still have quite a bit that I am wanting to try to maintain. The orchard, cottage garden, vegetable garden. And then over here, I'm going to put the blackberries that I have out towards the orchard, and I think it'll be easier to maintain. I'm going to put some landscaping fabric after in the fall when they're dormant. Put some landscaping fabric down in here, and where that piece of wood is right there, I will put the blackberries. I think I'll be able to put 4 and trellis those. This mess right here was mullein, and now the weeds have taken over completely. Just about. There's still some mullein in there. But I'm going to put landscape fabric in here. Well, I'm going to weed eat it. Cover in plastic like that one. Kill the weeds. Put landscaping fabric, and in the spring I'm going to sow the chamomile, and this will be where I have chamomile. So blackberries, chamomile, and where I had the watermelon garden. Some of you got to taste some of those. For the most part, they were really good. But I decided that I want to use this for muscadines. So I probably won't plant watermelon next year. I will be turning this into a vineyard, a small vineyard of sorts. It's almost big enough to be able to fit 2 muscadine plants in the middle, and then trellis them off, on each side, and then a pathway in between. So I will be weeding this, and in the fall I will be putting in a new trellis system. They need a really beefy trellis system to be able to support them, because they are really, really tough vines. So, and then I will plant them around November, I believe. These cherry tomatoes just grew in the crack of my concrete steps right here. and produce a lot of cherry tomatoes. I was not expecting that. They just happen wherever they want to these days. This garden needs to be thinned out so bad, especially this right here. And we're about to put in gutters. So when we put gutters, we're going to do a downspout right here. There's kind of a bow in this roof, which is a little sag that we will fix one day. Not yet, but we're going to have to go with the flow and do a downspout right here. So I'm going to have to move all of this and put my rain barrel right there and drain the water into that. But that's a pretty good spot for one, because then I can use it to water all of this and thin it out and keep working on it year after year until it's exactly what I want it to be. So I've decided to maintain about half the garden right now, and as far as maintaining it, mowing it, keeping it weeded, and I am sowing different kinds of fall crops into there. As pepper plants die, I'm replacing them with fall crops or seeds, and when they grow, I expect to get a lot more than is room for over here. So that's why I'm not in such a hurry to really take care of this side right now, because as I get too much over here, I'm going to weed this over here and put them in these 3 beds. This one just needs to be, because there's no landscaping fabric, I just need to take it, weed it, get the weed eater and, remove all those posts, and then cover it in plastic and let it die back until next season or spring. And then I'll put some landscaping fabric in it and try again. So that's something I learned. Use landscaping fabric. It does get weedy when you let it go, but it's so much more easier to maintain. I mean, and the weeds, even when they do grow, they're easier to pull out. So yeah, these weedy beds right here will be for my extra seedlings that grow over here, and I will be able to relocate them, transplant them over there. So I'm pretty good with how things are going, and I think that I'm going to have a really successful fall garden. The sweet potatoes are in the raised beds on the opposite side, and they have completely taken over. They're actually in the path, the footpath, but when I pull those up, that'll clean this area up. But look how pretty the flowers are. They're so pretty, and the vines are gorgeous. It's like purples, and I planted 2 different varieties that I grew from the actual sweet potatoes, so I didn't have to order this year, and hopefully they're going to be in good condition when I harvest them. The asparagus ferns look crazy, but I'm not supposed to cut these back until fall, and they're fun looking. So, I mean, look at that. I already see asparagus in there. So I think next year we're going to have some asparagus for sure. Forget to show you guys that the butternut squash is growing. So I think, as long as the bugs don't eat these up before they are able to grow, so far so good. We'll get that's the basil. I get a lot of volunteer Italian sweet basil now. I'm hoping the lemon basil and purple basil and Thai basil will decide to do the same thing. But I see one here. It looks like a bug got it. So I'm hoping for the most part the bugs will calm down, the pest pressure will back off, and we'll be able to get some butternut squash. So that is it for today's garden tour. I was just showing you some of the poblanos and habaneros, and I think I already have a video of the jalapenos. And these habaneros grow in this really big bush thing. Poblanos, they're a lot slower growing, but I made stuffed poblano yesterday and the day before, and it was so good. Oh my gosh, that's definitely my favorite way to eat it. And now I'm probably going to keep whatever grows, since it's so slow growing and I might not get much more. But if there's any extra, I'll post it for sale. And I love this Thai basil. It is so huge and beautiful. It smells so good. But anyway, soon to be kale. That is it for the garden tour for today, and I hope you guys have a blessed Wednesday. Peace out.